Ambassador Frankel, first of all, thank you for this interview. The war in Gaza is still ongoing. How is the current situation in Israel and in the Gaza Strip, and how do you respond to the critiques for the criticism directed at Israel for the way the war is being handled?
First of all, thank you for inviting me. I'm happy to be here. The situation in Israel is very complicated since the 7th of October 2023. We were attacked in surprise. It was a very brutal attack. Hamas invaded cities and communities along the border with Gaza, where civilians live. They also attacked some military bases, but the atrocities they did in the cities and in the communities are very difficult to imagine to a human being. They killed children in front of their parents, they killed parents in front of their children, they made sexual abuse men, women, they abducted more than 240 hostages, they killed people that were celebrating in a peace festival, music festival calling for peace. Israel, the government of Israel and the state of Israel has the right to self-defense and to guarantee that what happened on the 7th of October will not repeat itself. And this is the reason that we keep on fighting Hamas, because we will not let Hamas rule again in Gaza. We cannot let anyone do the same thing again, and we are sure that if they come to power again in the Gaza Strip, they will try to do these atrocities again, and we won't have any calm and peace in the region. The same goes in the north of the country. There, the Hezbollah is keeping on attacking villages, communities. They didn't invade the territory, but at the same time, they are destroying those villages and cities, and we have more than 60,000 refugees.
Do you expect the situation in the north with Hezbollah to escalate?
I don't know. We rather have an agreement that will guarantee the peaceful life of the citizens along the border. But if we cannot reach this agreement, we won't have any other choice. Our first priority is to have an agreement, a peaceful agreement that will remove and relocate the Hezbollah from the border in order to guarantee for those people who are living along the border, the Israeli people in the communities and cities along the border, to live peacefully.
The war increased radicalism in Europe also. There was an attack in Serbia in front of the Israeli embassy in Belgrade. Do you have any information about cells here, and do the security services cooperate between Macedonia and between Israel in this regard?
I have no idea. I have no information about cells here or elsewhere in the Balkan or in Europe. I don't know. But personally, I feel very much secure here in North Macedonia. I get a lot of security service for myself, and I feel very much secure. And I think also that the policeman in Belgrade that was attacked was a very brave man who was able to respond to the attack and to kill, as far as I understand, the person who attacked him.
It's good that you are feeling secure here in Macedonia. Regarding the relations between our two countries, why is there still not an embassy here in Macedonia, an embassy of Israel?
Israel have many diplomatic relations with many countries. About, if I'm not mistaken, 145, but don't catch me on the exact number. And it's a question of budget. Israel cannot afford to have premises of embassies everywhere in each country where we have diplomatic relations. And sometimes we have to make some choices and to see that there is a representative like me that comes quite often from Jerusalem, but I would like very much to be here as a permanent and resident ambassador. Unfortunately, it's not possible, and we have to make our priorities and decisions where we have embassies and where maybe we will have embassies in the future.
Can we expect direct flights between the two countries once the situation has settled in Israel and in the Gaza Strip?
I don't think it has to do with the situation in Israel and the Gaza Strip. We are working on it. I know that personally, since I took over the duty of being an ambassador to North Macedonia, I made some appointments in Israel, but it depends also on the demands.
Ambassador Frankel, thank you for this interview.
Thank you very much for inviting me.